Alright, good morning everybody. Welcome back to another video. Today's a little bit exciting, a little bit low-key, but a little bit exciting because I've actually received a couple significant parts back from the machine shop. So I'm just going to turn the camera around and show you guys what we've got here. Here's my engine back from the machine shop. I've already gone and spray painted it off camera, just this black color. It looks really nice, really clean. Just waiting on freeze plugs to come on in so I could throw those in. But yeah, we've got our bores, overboard 89 to 89.5 millimeters for the oversized Wiseco pistons I have, which are right there, as well as my Eagle rods. But yeah, so head's been resurfaced, threw on my oil squirters. Over here, girdle hasn't really had anything done to it. It's just been cleaned and it's just been chilling here. I'm still waiting on my head, so I don't have the head yet, but we have enough to throw together the short block, so that's what we're doing today. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through a rundown of what I've got here, because I don't think I've actually talked about the supporting parts and everything that I've gotten for the engine itself. So I'm just gonna do a quick little brief down and I'm gonna jump into it. Obviously, as you can see right off the bat, ARP hardware, main studs, head studs. I'm not gonna be pushing a whole lot of power out of this motor, at least not yet, but I just wanted to prepare for the long term, not having to swap anything out and using some pretty good strong stuff. So ARP hardware, heads and mains. I've got Cleveide 77 main and rod bearings here, so I hear these are pretty cool. My newly balanced crank from the Crankshaft shop, so I'm kind of glad to have that back now. Wiseco pistons, looking real nice, real clean. Yeah, we're gonna be putting all of these together, so I'm excited. I've never done anything like this, so I'm excited. Look at these Johnnies, man. I'm not one to look at pistons all that much, but like, just so pretty. Look at that shine. Look at that shine. Damn. Chef's kiss. Machine shop guy told me that I did a really good choice at choosing Wiseco because they're really great for street performance as well as longevity. So that was super good and reassuring to hear. And then I decided to go with the Eagle H-beam connecting rods. Why? Because I think cost. I really think that was the deciding factor. But also, these things are looking real nice. This machine work is beautiful. I mean, you can't even tell that, like, that's where it's connected. Like right here, it's just precision. Alright, so before we get into throwing our crankshaft in, we are actually going to first put together our rods and pistons. I just want to throw these together, get these assembled and ready to throw in next after the crank. So we're going to put these together and then we're going to go over to the block. I hope you guys can see that, but it's like in this groove, so nice. Alright, cool. Alright, so that's 4 piston and rod combos put together. Time to head over to the block. Alright, so now I'm gonna prep my ARP fasteners to throw these in. Back of the motor right here, we got 2 long studs and a long stud right here. All the other short studs will go here, and so on. So we're just going to hand tighten all these down with the fastener lubricant that ARP provides. Now we install the bearings. So we're just going to line up tack marks with tack marks, or these little notches. Oil journals with oil journals, you know. It makes sense. It makes sense. Oh, my gloves. You know what? They're really more of a hassle than they are helpful. That doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem right. I'm looking at the bearings here, and just look at that. It's thinner, or it's skinnier. Let me pull out an old bearing right quick. Hold up. Something's up here. Nah, no way. Let me clean this up. Nah, I guess that's legit. That's legit. Let's get you out of here and back in that box. Kobe, come on. All right. Now to do the same thing to the cradle. So now that I've got my bearings on, I'm going to check for bearing clearance with this plasti gauge. So from my understanding, what this is a tiny little green strip, right? And you're just going to cut a little bit that goes across each bearing, and then you're going to throw the crank on, throw your girdle on, torque everything down as you should, no lubrication, and then you're going to undo everything, and you're going to check to see how much it squeezed, and you're going to use these little side tallies to measure that. So yeah, we're gonna just do that right now. I didn't know about this, so I think this is pretty neat, and I'm just gonna do it just to make sure. You guys can see right here that I've got these little green strings, essentially, and that's what the gauge is. That's what it came in that little paper sleeve. And so you just lay it down and torque everything down, and it's gonna squeeze, and then after that you just measure the thickness of it, and it tells you the clearance of your bearings and if you need to make any adjustments. So the clearance for the KA, I believe, was 0.22 to 0.47. So let's see what's up. Alright, we've got full contact everywhere. In a series of 3 different steps, we are going to torque them down. 20 foot-pounds, 40 foot-pounds, 60 foot-pounds. And yeah, doom 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 doom, inside out. Let's jump into it. So now we're going to be going up to 40 foot-pounds, which is foot-pound. Not turning the studs. And now we're gonna go up to 60 foot-pounds. Alright, everything is torqued down. Now I'm gonna loosen everything. Same thing, I believe, inside out. yeah, inside out. All right, cool. Let me grab a breaker bar. Let's get to it. All right, taking you guys off the stands. All right, so maybe a little hard to see, but you see those little green pea-sized little marks. This one's a little dirty because I already rubbed my finger on it. But yeah, so that's the plastic gauge. That's what got squished. And now you have these little tabs to read on the side. And I believe within spec is 0.22 to 0.45 or 0.47, something like that. So we're going to be looking over here at the 0.25, 0.38 area. And if you put it up to it, yeah, let's use the darker one. That one might be better. Let's see. Focus, focus, focus. This one here is reading about a 0.38 in thickness. This one also about a 0.38. If you look over here, 0.38-ish. That's not 0.51 now. Yeah, like a 0.38, like a 2.5. This one's looking like a 2.5. So that's how you pretty much use this tool and read your bearing clearances. Everything's looking in spec, so I take it I don't really need to do anything. So I'm just gonna clean this up and throw on the assembly lube and redo everything you guys just saw. Alright, so as you can see, it's getting pretty dark out and I don't want to stop yet, so we're gonna be taking things inside. I've just backed the 240 out of the garage. I have enough space here to, you know, work and have some light, so I'm gonna just clear this out the way, clean up some things off the floor, and get cracking. Alright, we continue inside. Alright, so we're in the garage now. As you can see, it's gotten pretty dark. I had some dinner, so some time has passed, and we're ready to continue, but it's gotten pretty spooky out, you know? But it's alright, you know? I'm digging the vibes, so I'm gonna just jam out, you know, get these pistons and rods in, hopefully everything goes smooth, and wrap up for the night. Alright, so to make it easy when I'm using the ring compressor and putting my pistons in, since the number 1 and 4 cylinder crankshaft positions or rod connecting positions are the farthest down, those are the ones I'm going to try to install first, since I'll be able to get the piston in with still having some wiggle room to attach the rod to the crank. So I'm going to just flip this now. I've also heard some really mixed reviews about this ring compressor from, you know, any rental store like AutoZone or Riley, so I'm really hoping this goes smoothly. Alright, so before we get to installing the pistons and rods, I am going to throw some assembly lube on these inside walls. I'm going to make sure to be generous. Number 1 piston is going to go here, forward towards the engine. I've got all my rings on in the right order, facing the right way. That bracket is going to sit like that, okay? Alright. Time to throw some assembly lube on this, and time to send it. Shoot. Fantastic. Yeah, I was just being a baby. Alright, cool. Alright. Let's flip it over. Alright, so I've just gone through and I've hand tightened all of the ARP hardware to the rods and everything, so everything is snugged down. And I'm just going to go ahead and start torquing them down. I'm going to just do these two first, this is right here, and then I'm going to do the outside ones. For these Eagle rods, it is going to be 65 foot-pounds, or at least for ARP hardware. And yeah, we're going to go do that. I'm going to be using the same KGF CM torque wrench that I have earlier, so that translates to literally just under 900. So that's what we're going to be doing that too. I'm also super low on battery, and I have very little storage on my SD card left, so I hope I get to record all of this in time. Alright, on to the next two. So I can't tell you if I ran out of storage on my SD card or if my camera died, to be honest, because they were both right at that limit. I had like 1 minute of recording left, and I had like 3% battery left, and yeah, so pretty much I'm here recording on the phone now, but it's okay because we finished the short block assembly. So I'm gonna just show you guys what we got and what we've done. So now we have our Y-scale pistons all nicely in there, forward, 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 because we have the back of the motor and the front of the motor. So everything is sliding real nice, real good. And honestly, I don't want to rotate that anymore. Let me get down here. Girdles in, torqued down, rods are torqued down, everything is lubricated, bearing clearances were well. So that's that was our short block assembly. This might be a video in itself because I don't have the head yet, and well, I can't throw any of the front valve cover stuff, any of that, no oil pan. This is really all I can do. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was kind of a groove to kind of just, you know, watch me work on this car, everything. I know it wasn't anything too crazy, nothing too cinematic or whatever, but yeah, hope you enjoyed. Hope this was informational, and see you guys in the next video.